The first one that I see over and over again is this idea that it is hard. It's hard to learn something new. It's hard to learn to swim. It kind of goes into the second one too, which is I've tried before, right? I've tried before and I have failed. Who wants to do that? Who wants to set themselves up for failure? I don't, but it's hard to learn. So let's kind of break that one down a little bit. Hey, today we're back with common barriers. Why we don't get started with learning to swim as an adult, because we need to get over that hump, right? Get to go from the desire, the curiosity, I know, I think I should, I want to, I've wanted to in the past, but I'm not getting over the barrier. So let's look at these common barriers and see what we can do with them, how we can work with them. Remember, learning to swim is really 80% mental to 20% physical. So we got to take care of that mental part, and let's do it today, right here. All right. The third one that I hear a lot is I can't or I don't float. I'm a sinker. Swimming isn't for me because I can't float. I've tried before. It doesn't work. My legs just go down. I'm not a floater. I'm here to tell you, in case you haven't heard it before, Olympic swimmers don't float. What? I've said this before if you've watched some of the videos, but people who are fit, super lean, they generally aren't buoyant. Doesn't mean that they can't swim. It's all about getting in touch with how your perfect body, right now, exactly how it is, if it's a non-floaty type body or a very floaty type body, either one, your perfect body, how does it interact with the water? Do these two things go together? I keep using this analogy lately of pot of soup. If you have a big pot of soup, of broth, you put some things in and they float. You put some things in and they go to the bottom. These different things that you put in there, they're not judging themselves as good or bad or right or wrong. It's just a physics. This is our job when we get into the water, is to see what is the physics of my body and the water. When I can chill out, see it, not be cruelly judgmental, but like, great, all right, that's what it is. Now, I have the space to figure out if I want to go somewhere or do something different. Can't be frantic about it. Do it in the 2.5 feet, but it's to embrace who we are. And who couldn't use more of that in their lives? Right? Learning to just love and embrace who you are right now, and then be curious of how to interact with the world in your perfectness, wholeness right now. The fourth thing that I see is other people's priorities, or maybe, some of your own priorities, like kids, work. We have these other things that take higher precedence. Now, you do want to stop and evaluate in your life. There are seasons for learning things, and there's seasons for other things, right? Everything comes in due seasons. Why I think swimming kind of edges up on the list of all of the possible things that you can do is because it has so many side benefits that go into these other things that are really important to us. If you have kids, them seeing you learn how to swim, and then you're being able to share that journey together and not miss out on that thing, not pass on to your children the fear in water, that's a huge side benefit. Opens up all sorts of possibilities. And when we teach adults how to swim, we bring in that joyful playfulness of what it means to learn like kids learn. And in turn, those parents or grandparents or aunts or uncles, they go and hang out with the kids, and the kids think they're the most fun ever. They're not those boring adults who are just swimming back and forth, lap swimming. They're the fun adults who are like, let's find out if we float. Let's have a tea party on the bottom. Let's go figure out how this being in outer space kind of world works in the water. It's so fun to be in discovery mode. So if kids are part of the thing here of, I have to do all their stuff, consider how this is something to bring you guys together. My kids are very big now, and we've done swimming our whole lives together. And it's this activity that's this great equalizer for us now. They are so big. literally big and strong. And, as 18 and 20-year-olds just are, like, I can't climb a mountain with them or hike or a lot of the physical activities we like to do as a family. They are so far ahead of me. We can do them, but I'm always keeping up. But man, when we get into the water, it's such a great equalizer. When we go snorkeling together, when we play in the waves together, when we hang out in the pool together, it is this great equalizer of activity. The other big one of priority is work. Now, yep, everybody has to work, but everybody also needs a way to unwind and to de-stress and to take themselves out of the place of work. We need a space to really take care of ourselves. And swimming is so otherworldly. It's unlike anything you do any other part of your day. To be supported, to be held, to be uplifted, to be in a total, I keep going like it's outer space. This is as close as you're going to get to outer space without actually paying thousands, millions of dollars to get there, right? It's this whole new world that you can escape, your work world, your other stressors of your life. As long as we come in and we do our Learn to Swim journey in the way that feeds you mentally first and then physically second. It'll always feed you physically in terms of being in the new environment, but it isn't necessarily about working really hard in there. You work really hard all the time. It's a place to hold you and to give joy and newness and refreshing so you can go out into the work world. You can go out and handle these other stressors. And then finally, the fifth one that I hear the most is, I just don't know where to start. There's so many pieces, right? There's figuring out what I'm going to wear, where I'm going to go, what do I need to learn, who's going to teach me, where do I start? Now, let's just first say bravo for getting this far in the video, because this is you starting. Acknowledge that. Look at me. I am starting on my Learn to Swim journey. I am on the pathway, continuing to let yourself be inspired, right? Doing these steps, jumping into the free online course, jumping into the roadmap to see what comes first and what comes second. This is you starting. Give yourself credit for it. Start to craft a time and a place where swimming fits into your life. It doesn't have to be all of it, but it could be just, every Wednesday from 5 to 6, I'm going to dedicate that place to swimming. And maybe that means doing more videos, participating here, setting up a call with me, right? Going and touring pools in your area. Some small step. You put it on your calendar for once a week for 52 weeks, and you do it 80% of the time. You don't even have to do it 100% of the time. You did it 80% of the time, you will be a different swimmer this time next year. It's not about doing everything and getting things perfect and getting it right. It's about making a small change and continuing that small change over and over and over again. All right, my friends, you got this. Take that next step, dive on down, grab your freebies here to keep doing one gentle, loving, beautiful step at a time. I can't wait to see you on your next step. Bye.